Okay. Okay, so I am just gonna kind of share a little bit about the business side and then a little bit about what's to come. So I'm going to try to keep this to about 15 minutes. If you guys have any questions or if anyone else is hopping on, or if you're watching this on replay and you have any questions, I'll be sharing this into our behind the scenes Facebook group. So that way you guys can ask questions at that point. So let's see where I'm at here. Okay. All right, so I want to start with just a little bit about the business. I am, for those that don't already know me, my name is Amanda Rebecca, and I am one of the leaders on this particular team, Team Nailing Your Dreams, but we're a part of all kinds of different teams. This is just one little small group out of our bigger team. And then corporate has a bunch of materials and resources for us as well. So I am just here to share on behalf of some of the teammates on this particular team, but also I wanted to just again, share some of the details that are coming up with what's coming next with Color Street. And, you know, if you're interested in the business side at all, share a little bit about that. And I read through some of the questions earlier, and I'm going to take a peek at that in a little bit towards the end and make sure that I'm answering all of those as well that people have. So if I missed your question, don't be afraid to ask in the group. Someone will come in to answer the questions as well, or you can always ask, you know, anybody in the group, message me. I'll always send you back to your stylist, but I'm always happy to answer any questions. I personally have been sharing Color Street for 5 years. And I like to say sharing rather than selling. It's just verbiage for me because I love the product. I wear the product. I feel like I'd be sharing it whether I'm earning income off of it or not, to be totally honest. So I absolutely love it. I had no experience in direct sales before I started with Color Street. I am a full-time teacher and a busy mom. I was running home from practice. That's why I hopped on a couple minutes late. My daughter had something for her softball that my husband was with. So we're always doing something, and I'm literally run my business on the go. So my phone is definitely my best friend when it comes to being able to run my business. Sorry, I want to go to the questions here. Okay, I had a couple here I wanted to make sure that I answered. So just a little bit about, you know, what's going on this month. Some of you guys have been in this group previously. You've heard a little bit from stylists on this team about how they run their businesses. That's probably one of my favorite parts is you can run it however you want. Some people purchase the kit, and this month, as you probably saw, it is $79, which is a first time in 5 years, first time ever that the kit has been discounted. We've added sets in, we've added extra product. We've done some fun things where, you know, stylists that purchase a kit may get a gift card or all kinds of different little promotions over the years. But this is the first time that it's a lesser price. So $79 for 13 sets is unbelievable. I mean, you can't get that deal with 2x3 get ones. So just that alone is really exciting on top of what you get in the kit. So if you choose to make this a business, you have twosies. Those are like our, you know, our accent 2-packs. Probably have a couple sitting around here with me. You have, you know, catalogs, you have, you know, files and little things like that. You have, we call it a stylist launch guide, but it shares a lot of, I think I have mine right here. It goes through and shares a little bit about the income and what the different, you know, levels are for hostesses, for stylists, what they earn on different levels. I mean, it gets a little bit crazy, but you know, we're here to help you through. There's a lot of information in here, but the biggest things are honestly just talking about kind of our business basics, which they refer to, when I say they, I mean corporate. We normally, what I have always done to work my own personal business is book parties. And that's how I've been able to grow my business over 5 years. But we also just call it Coloring 10. And it doesn't have to be through a traditional party in person. Facebook doesn't have to be that. It's just making connections and sharing the product, which I can do when I'm at the baseball fields, or I can do when I go to the dentist's office, just as easy as I can in a party. The nice thing with parties, we are a party planning business, is that you get like 10 people all at once, or 15 people that are invited, 10 people show up. Maybe your hostess is talking to a couple other people. This kind of walks you through what that idea is making connections, sharing the product. So it has just some simple, tips in here and just all kinds of great stuff, but this comes in the kit as well. So it really is all the information that you need just to get started. And then there's all kinds of support from teammates like myself, like whomever you decide to enroll with, et cetera. So that's really exciting this month to be able to offer that deal. That's why we wanted to make sure and do this workshop early in the month, because there's other incentives you can earn this month. For all stylists, there's opportunities to earn more than just their regular commission that we earn. So we get paid 5 times a month. We get paid weekly on whatever sales we make, and it ranges from 15 to 25%, depending on what your sales are. But then we also have enhanced commission that gets paid at the end of the month. So those are all different kinds of things that you can earn for enhanced commission, but that's that 5th paycheck. But what's really awesome this month is at certain levels, like for instance, let's say you're a new stylist that signs on today and you sell $150. With $150, you're going to earn a gift card on top of the commission that you're earning. So we call them PV incentives. PV just means personal volume, but you will earn a gift card if you sold $150. If you sold, I have to look at the levels. I should have probably pulled that up ahead of time, but if you sell 400, I want to say, I think it's 400. Oh, here it is. All right. So if you were to sell 400, you would get an $80 gift card on top of, so for $400, you'd be making 25%. So you'd make $100 selling 400, and then you get an $80 gift card. That's pretty incredible. And I also should mention at that level, you get the pre-launch subscription box. So we are starting subscription boxes, which are going to be really fun. And stylists are going to be the first ones to get their hands on them, and we can earn them for free. So once they're out, they're going to be, we haven't seen them yet, which is why they're testing them with us. And then we're going to give them feedback and see, these are some of the things we liked. These are some of the things that, we thought we could add in. And so that's kind of exciting because that's something that's been coming down the pike and launching very soon, but we get to be the first ones to take a look at them. So customers will also be able to have a subscription box. So they're going to get exclusive items in there. So that's a really nice way to generate, if you're selling, it's a really nice way to generate regular income. When people sign up for subscription boxes through you, they're getting Color Street product, you're earning the commission, but they're going to be getting some really fun things in there. So I'm really excited about that because up until this point, we thought we were going to launch with customers and stylists at the same time. So this way we get to test them out. Like some of the nail care line, we didn't get to test out first, which was fine. I love it. I love the nail polish remover. I use the strengthener. But it's nice for us to be able to get our hands on it and give some feedback. So that is with that $400 level. So that's kind of exciting because if you really love the product, which a lot of people that become stylists really love the product, then you would be in kind of on that information too. And then there's a $700 level as well. So if you sold $700, it's a $120 gift card and still getting that subscription box, which is really fun. So that's kind of some of the newer things that are exclusive for July. But while it's not for certain levels can earn, so some people are earning gift cards. If you're a different rank in the company, we're actually going to be getting to earn, we're going to be launching some cosmetics come fall. And so we also will be getting some of those. So for instance, if I were to sell $700, I would get the subscription box and it's a lip color bundle. So we're going to be selling lipstick, will be part of what we sell. Now, what's great with Color Street is it's already a name brand. Some people, and I don't even wear lipstick, I'll be honest. I never have. I busted my lip growing up playing softball, and I've always just been self-conscious. So I've always stuck to chapstick. I'm going to try it, of course. And some of my customers are going to love lipstick. Maybe I'll get into it. I don't know. But I know that I love our number one product, which has allowed us to be a I mean, global already because we're in Canada, but expanding as well, but allowing us to be a household brand already and adding cosmetics to it, I think will be really exciting because it'll hit another niche. Might not be mine, some of the products, some again, I might love, and that's great, but we're just really excited to be able to expand as a cosmetics brand, being the number one nail polish company in the country. So we have been for the last couple of years, number one retail company in terms of sales over Revlon and over, it doesn't count salons because that's different, but retail just selling, Color Street is already number one. So we're excited to be able to share more products. So stylists this month are also going to be able to start trying out that, which is awesome. I've seen it in person. I've been where some home office, some corporate people have been wearing it and showed us, but we couldn't actually see anything more about it. So it's going to be exciting to see some of those things that we're going to be offering. So imagine putting lips with nails. I think that's going to be a really great duo. So that's definitely something coming down the pike. Some of the questions that I saw were how you get paid. And I kind of shared that. We get paid 5 times. You can decide. Some people have a Color Street debit card where the money goes onto the debit card and they use the debit card. Some people like me just have it go into my checking account. So they pay me into our pay portal and then I move it over, or you can have them automatically move it over. So kind of just like a normal direct deposit. Somebody asked about, how is it different from other MLMs? I shared in the beginning, this is my only experience. So all I know are what teammates have experienced or myself, because I hosted many different parties. I love Tupperware. I hosted a Tupperware party, hosted a 31 party. There's all kinds of great products that are really similar to Color Street in terms of the home, kind of the party-based business that I had shared on the hostess end, but I didn't have the experience and don't have the experience with any other companies. So I don't want to share because I don't have that experience, but I know that's quite a few people in here do. And I know if you reach out to the person who invited you, we can connect you with someone who's had experience, maybe even with the companies, if that's where your background is, with, other companies that they may be able to share some similarities and differences. Cause I honestly don't know. I've experienced now where I've looked at comp plans and those types of things, but I'm not sure honestly how other companies run. I don't know the type of support, for example, like we have 3 times a week, we get training from stylists in our corporate Facebook page. We have a stylist app that has all kinds of really quick 2-3 minute trainings on different things about, the products, about, sharing them in a group, about running a VIP page, all the different little things that we do as stylists. We have training at our fingertips, not only with our team, but also in that stylist app. And then of course, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're also getting training. It's like a live, they choose different stylists. They share really specific things. They might share how to do a specific type of game in your VIP page, or how to get engagement in a VIP page. So they'll share different tips and tricks, which is really great because they're in the field. And then on Tuesdays, we also have a corporate training that's a little more structured, but same idea. So one of our corporate sales managers, her name's Lisa. She usually runs the call. So it's kind of a Zoom, but you're just watching and you're learning. So all kinds of great ideas all the time are being shared in the field. And that's the experience I have. And it's been amazing. Like, again, me not having any at all coming in, I've literally just, everything I've done, I've learned. And that's one of the great things, probably from my teacher side, but just thinking about everything in this industry or with this company is a learned skill. So there really wasn't anything that I needed to have ahead of time other than I liked the polish. That's probably what many of you have. Some of the other questions, how do in-person parties work? I've only attended online. I mean, most of us have been to, I think, in-home party. Like I referenced a couple other companies that I hosted for before. I had done many in-home parties before COVID, but I was also doing a lot of online parties before COVID as well. So I don't I was used to doing both, doing vendor events, and I'm back to doing vendor events. I'm back to doing, in-home parties. People are back to doing like old school catalog parties, which are awesome because we have Tuesdays that we can send with a hostess to share with her friends and family, at lunch or at a barbecue or whatever. She can be armed with catalogs and samples, and I guarantee she knows how to apply it. So she can basically be you and do a catalog type party where people actually get to try the product. Or we do traditional in-homes, just like, you're probably familiar with. Share the product. Most people order through our websites, just like we do in, virtual parties or Zoom parties or whatever, because we have that ability. Some stylists have a stash and sell from that in an in-home party, but it's very, in my opinion, it's not as great because you're never going to have everything that's online. And then you got to haul a bunch of stuff. And the whole amazing thing about Color Street is you don't need to. You don't have to carry stash, stock, whatever you want to call it. It's totally up to you if you want to. We do get to earn our own sets through Hostess Rewards. So that's really great because we can cash out parties and have those sets and we can sell them or we can share them, or those can be our giveaways. So we do have access to kind of build up a stash, which I've done over the last 5 years. But you don't have to. And I really do like that part. Someone asked, about the monthly website fee. So that is our only fee. It is $9.95. The first 2 months are free. So if you were to sign up this month, got that $79 kit, this month would be free. Next month would be free. And then after that, they handle all the credit card charges. That's one of the reasons I don't like to sell from my stash very much. Even customers I've had forever, and like somebody just messaged me over the weekend, Amanda, do you have any, sets for 4th of July? I looked at what I have and I don't have anything. Yeah, no problem. She came by, grabbed it off my porch, sent me through Venmo, and whatever she clicked wasn't the friends and family one. So I was charged a fee. So even though I do a little bit of stash business, I love having the website and not having to worry about credit card fees and the shipping. Like, it's kind of a pain to ship. Again, I'll do it. I do stash sales every once in a while, but I love that Color Street handles that on their end. And that's all part of that $9.95 fee. So to me, it's 100% worth it. And there's no other way for us to buy sets without, or polish or nail care products or whatever, without the website. So that is really the only reoccurring fee. But some people, try it, they work for a couple months, and they decide they like being a customer better, or some are like me, because that's what I did. I was like, I'm going to give myself 2 or 3 months. I'm going to see how this goes. I have no idea what to expect. And obviously I love it. So that's been awesome. Someone else asked about anxiety. How do you get over anxiety? I mean, it's just like with anything else. You just got to kind of put yourself out there. It's taken me a long time to be able to do lives. I remember my first couple of in-home parties and I was like a fish out of water, and it was my 5-year anniversary is July 13th. So it was summertime. I'd go and, at that point it was my friends, and I'd be sweating my butt off, nervous to share. And it really just is a product to me that is super easy to share. And the price point is so reasonable that I loved sharing with my family, my friends. Like, I knew it was a product they love, and I knew that it was a product they would wear. And I didn't feel like they have to follow a 3-step regimen to see results. And so that made me feel better. Like, you try the product, you like it or you don't, right? They spent, usually people do a buy 3, get 1. So they're spending, maybe $45 with shipping. And that's kind of what it costs to go to the salon nowadays, like for one visit. So they're trying it, they're wearing it. They don't love them, they might give them away as gifts. If they love them, they're going to become a repeat customer. And we've got a lot of those, right? I've got a lot more people that love it than people that, don't, but you always have those people that buy from parties. I've done it with other products. I'm sure we all have. You buy to help somebody out and you don't really love what it was and you just don't buy it again. But I feel like this, as long as we can get them to actually try it, which is the beauty of in-person events, is to get them to try and show them how to do it, then that, to me is kind of a no-brainer. So the anxiety, nervous part, I feel like a lot of people are already sharing that are on the customer and hostess end. It's really not that much different. The only thing is I got to stay organized. I got to follow up with people. I got to do the things to make sure they stay a customer, and that I can help them out when they need it. But otherwise, I really feel like it's something that I would be doing naturally, even if I wasn't, on the stylist end. So I kind of covered some of the questions in there. I wanted to share about some of the things that are coming. I know there's only a couple people on here live, and then I'm going to post this into the group, but are there questions from anyone that's on here tonight? I know I saw your name, Wendy, in some of the comments and things today, but did you have any specific questions? No, you're good. You're muted though, so hold on. Yeah, you're muted. So if you have a question, you just unmute.
No, I'm seeing my stylist tomorrow
Okay.
to actually probably sign up. So she said she'd be answering a lot of those questions for me.
Awesome. Who's your stylist?
Kelly?
Kelly, what?
Oh, shoot.
Does it start with an S?
Yes.
Okay. I know who it is. I know names. Some people I've never met in person, so it's hard for me to put, but I recognize names a lot. So yes, I know exactly who you're talking about. Okay, yeah. And like I said, guys, any stylist will be able to answer your questions. We just wanted to do this tonight so we could share some of the basics, answer some of the questions, but it's kind of the same things. How do you expand a VIP group? How do you expand a customer base, right? Like it's referrals, right? So either you do referrals through a party, and there's lots of different ways. So I'm using that loosely, or you're getting one-on-one referrals, right? I have customers that recommend their friends to me. In those, that's really the way, me personally, that I've been able to grow my business over the last 5 years. And so, any specific questions, once you're getting your feet wet, then you'll be able to see. And again, it's going to be up to you. When I started the business, my only income goal was, my goal was to try it and see how I liked it. And that was 100% legit because I did not know. And then after that, I was like, all right, if I could make $300 and make my car payment, I would love that. Like that's selling like basically $1,000 a month. That was about my car payment, not $1,000, but selling that made about what my car payment was at the time. And I was like, if I could do that, that would be amazing. So talk to your stylist that invited you. What are your goals? Is it just to buy from yourself? Is it to share with friends and family? Do you really want to make some income? And then she can kind of walk you through how to do that and what you would need to do to hit some of those goals. So I encourage, if you're thinking about signing up and sharing, it's a great month to do it because there's a lot of incentives and with the inexpensive kit, but also ask all the questions that you feel like you don't know, and then just be open to learning. Cause that was my biggest thing is I didn't know. And I'm a person that likes to know things before I do it. So that part took me a little bit to just say, you know what? And I'm like, you know what? There's no nail emergencies. Again, I'm not promising anything crazy other than you can have cute nails and soon lips, right? And then whatever else ends up coming our way. But other than that, it's a total feel good product. So to me, I love it. It's the only thing that you can see, right? Like you can do whatever you want to your face. But you don't, how many times are you looking in a mirror a day? Sometimes I look in the mirror, I swear it's like 4 p.m. I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't even looked at myself, but I can see my nails, right? And I'm looking at them all the time and they still make me happy. 5 years later, I still do a manicure and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so adorable. I've got to the max on. So wasn't even one that caught my eye, but I was like, I'm going to try it, and super cute. So never know. All right, I am going to go ahead and end the recording.